Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from Western Kentucky, and we are going to continue with our playthrough of Total War 3 Kingdoms featuring Jian. We are playing as Jian, and as we left off, we were looking at continuing an attack on Badong, the small city, because we had just kicked out Cao Cao's invasion force out of Jindu, the port, with our son Sun Ce. So our attention now is over to Badong. Let's zoom down in there and take a peek. Here's our force. Yes, we are pretty low on supplies, so we will make it in time before we run out of supplies, that's for sure. Let's see what we're up against. Let's take another look, refresh our memory. Nice little walled city backed up against the river. We have a YJ who does not seem to be much of an issue for us, but we are looking at a close defeat. We are actually outnumbered here. And what are we looking at? Oh my goodness, that makes sense as to why. We happen to have not your average, regular, everyday, ordinary militia in here as a garrison. We have Taishi Tsi as an administrator, so we get his buffed up forces in here to have to go against, and that's medium halberd cavalry, that is medium halberd infantry, and that is medium bow infantry. Now we may have featured or gone against some of these mediums, but in a whole retinue of medium forces almost at full strength, we haven't done that yet. That makes me a little nervous. I don't mind being outnumbered, but being outnumbered and outclassed in a tight little narrow corridor kind of battle that cities present to us, I'm thinking I'm going to back off at least one turn. I think we'll continue our siege. I wonder, it takes one turn to get a battering. Why don't we just add a battering ram to it, since we're going to stay in siege one more turn, and let's see if we can weaken them down a little bit more in this siege, and maybe we'll be in a better position, or I'll feel a little more confident. Remember, I'm not one of the hotshot expert players. I'm one of you guys playing this game, so I have my own challenges to get through as we try to maneuver through these battles, and we'll give it one more turn before we make that happen. In the meantime, we've got Sun Quan over here. He's someone we were talking about moving over here to the toolmaker, Cao Cao's toolmaker of Yangzhou. And I think we will do that. We can safely move him up to the border here in the autumn. He won't be losing his supplies, and we'll still get some replenishment going where we need it up here at the border. Kind of thinking some of these forces I can rebalance or refix. I'm just fine, especially attacking what may be a narrow corridor city and a toolmaker. I can't recall, but somehow I don't believe it's an open field battlefield like some of the farms and rice paddies more, and the livestock farms and whatnot. So I don't feel like I need this cavalry quite as much. So let's see if we can convert it to a proper unit that makes more sense. We'll just do one more light sword infantry and convert it that way. And then with our light sword infantry over here, whoops, didn't want to click that. Let's take a look at making a slight adjustment here too. I'm kind of feeling melee still, but I'm kind of feeling the medium axe infantry. So let's take a look at that over here. That's about all I'm going to spend there. And if I'm lucky, there's one more thing I want to look at, and that's we got some opportunities for building. And I think over in Jiangling, if I recall, oh good, we just have enough funds left. We got a trading port over in Jiangling over here that we can upgrade. I think we still, don't we have an administrator over there? Yes, you're helping our construction time and construction costs, and on such an expensive building, I'm going to take advantage of it now while you're there, because that would take 6 turns and more than 3,000 to build. So let's go ahead and bite the bullet on that. It's going to help our income in the long run, even though over the short term it kills us. And I think we're going to be ready to move on to see if Cao Cao we scare him into retreating out of there to going back to his own lands, or if he's going to be typical Cao Cao and find some other way to get back at us. And then we'll look at the attack on Badong next turn, and let's see if we get any other surprises coming up against us. Here we go. Jian. Not ringing a bell. Are we at war with him, or is he just moseying on down against Yuan Shu? Wang Quang. That sounds familiar, like we may be at war. And this guy, Jian? Oh my gosh, who is this moving down that river? We got all sorts of strangers moving in on us. That's Zerong. We're going to have to check out and see what our status is with him. There are so many people who are at war that I can't remember who is, who isn't. So that makes me nervous that we got a new force here to contend with. Liu Bai commanded their vassal Han Empire to join a war against Dongzhuo. So he is falling rapidly out of favor as Liu Bai is taking over. And Zhengzhang, move on from there. Tao Ying. We have the finest armor. So we have some new armor that's coming to town. And if I ever get a chance at some point, I'll upgrade my armor down here, and I'll start seeing even better armor come through now and then. Right now it's just armor. But let's see if we have a use for it, or what kind it is. A defender's leather. Adds to resolve. Let's take a look at our units. Oh, we also have an upgrade, or we have a promotion for Liu Fan, so we'll take a look at that. Let's just peek through real fast our armors and see if we have anybody who's going to be able to use it. Who have we got? We do have Defender's Leather available for use here, but I must say I like his current armor better. So since we don't have a use for it, we'll just hang on to it as an ancillary armor to trade away, or hang on when we hire somebody else who might be able to use it. Okay, we got our construction crews coming back this turn. We got to remember to reassign them at the end of, or after we get through next turn. And Sun Quan, the second-born son, has gained the trait of philanthropic, which is great if he becomes prime minister, faction leader, whatever, or heir, because he will help add faction-wide public order. So he must be well liked in the realm. And some new characters moving through. We'll just take a quick peek, see if they're just gotta have them kind of dudes or gals, and I don't think, looking at them, that seems like what they are. No one of legendary qualities. Deceitful. Brilliant. So some interesting qualities here, but nothing I just got to have this moment. So we'll just keep that in mind as we refer back to the court. Now let's take a closer look at who these people are making incursions towards our territory. Oh, and before I forget, let's promote Liu Fan. Aha, I know right where I'm going. We got lots of choices here, all over the place. Oh, that's a nice buff also. But I'm going for the fire arrows, so as we go against any city battles and whatnot with Sun Ce, that'll help out having the flaming arrows ability. And I believe that'll allow us to have flaming fire shot for the trebuchets also. So that is our promotion. Let's apply it. Now let's take a look here at who we're dealing with here. Zerong. I want to see what his status is against us. Is he just moseying down the river for... No, we're at war. Look at that. We're at war. And he is allied... Kongrong. Oh, Cao Cao. He's an ally of Cao Cao. Also Liu Bai. So we got the evil coalition, we'll call him up here. Let's see if he is in it to win it, or if he could be bought off and taken out of this alliance. How strong of an alliance member are you, Zerong? There it says negative 16.7, but to make it work, we could do much better. And guess what? I have this suit of armor that we just gained that I really don't have a use for. What's that worth in trade? It almost gets us there. Look at that. Look at that. And I have an abundance of food right now. I'm not swimming into cash, but guess what? I got a decent amount of food. Of course, we'll lower that down. I don't need to give him that much. We can give him 1 food for 10 turns, and the deal's in our favor, and we'll just leave it that way to try and keep him from being tempted to join that alliance back and attack us. So let's propose his deal for peace on Zerong. It is signed. So once again, a force moving in from the east has been bought off. How long can we keep this up? I don't know. But now we don't have to worry about his incursion down the river from Zerong. And right now we don't have to worry because we bought her off prior turn, Tao Ying. So feeling a little better over here now. What that does, though, gives me more options with my 2 armies over here. And I have a feeling we're going to find the same thing over here, though, that we got some allied members. Here we got Jian. Let's go take a look at his status. Jian, we are at war also. But what would it take for peace with Jian? Oh, not much at all. 3.5. I like the idea of easy buy-offs to ease the threat and just show how weak that alliance system or coalition is up there. Let's go back and dip into the food pot. I don't think we need to use that much. Okay, we'll do 4 per turn for 10 turns. And that should qualify good. Another peace deal signed, just slightly in their favor, saying, hey, come on, guys. You don't really want to do battle with me, do you? Really? And then who is the last one over there? Wang Quang. Why do I have a feeling that 3 times in a row isn't going to work? It's too easy if we get them all, right? Okay, what's peace going to cost with Wang Quang? Oops, up here. Oh no, much more. I don't have much left. I'm not going to give away. I don't have that much food to give away. So I think we're just going to have to deal with Wang Quang and go from there. Let's cancel that deal. Get out of diplomacy. Let's kind of take a peek at his army. It's not a full strength army, but it's building. He has the Jian sword guards. Overall, other than the sword guards, we're not looking at too much of a threatening force. So I feel okay on swinging out who we got left to kind of help deal with that threat. We got some new characters in the area. Let's take a look. Liu Pingmin, what do you look like? Not urgently in need of anybody, but if anybody, not quite. What kind of characteristics we got? Clever, solitary, which doesn't help with satisfaction, deceitful, arrogant, and brilliant. Oh, that's interesting. Except a couple of these increase ambition to become an administrator, so probably not looking at anybody I'm really that interested in right there, but it was good to take a peek. Now with this in mind, we got 1 force now threatening over here. We know we have Cao Cao locked down in his territory. I'm thinking with that in mind, my better force that I personally feel is a bit stronger to take on the toolmaker is Sun Ce. So I'm thinking I will move Sun Ce's force north. Maybe though I will give him, let's see if we can recruit 1 more melee unit, because that sure we're a little melee light over in his army. That's the only deficiency I see at the moment. And we'll go with a medium axe. Is that what we already have over here? The medium axe mercenary? Yeah, I feel comfortable with them. They have some great toughness, melee toughness, range toughness, even though melee power can be beat on a couple others. We're going to go with the mercenaries here. And that's about all I'll be able to afford. 1 single upgrade. But, and then I think what we'll do, it's the middle of winter. We do need a little bit of recruitment. And we will lose a little public order, but I think it's safe. Let's get Sun Ce moving up river and position. Let's get you in, let's get you in the river, Sensei. And let's see if we can get you right up to the edge, because fortunately your supplies aren't taking a hit right now in the river. I have a feeling if I put you on land, they take a big hit. Winter tends to have a habit of doing that, but somehow on the river it doesn't take that same hit. So we'll leave you right here poised to attack next turn. Ooh, Xiahao Dun has increased. Uh-oh, I see how. They hired a strategist, Ying Yu, who comes with a full retinue. Wow. So that changes the picture a little bit. And look at this. He just must have upgraded the toolmaker. His garrison has all of a sudden just suddenly increased. So that all of a sudden we got a little bit of a tougher battle ahead of us over here. But hopefully Sensei is up to it. I feel more confident having Sensei work that way to take care of it, and I feel more confident moving Sun Quan back towards not just the farmland, but the Zhangling livestock farm that they're coming down above. So let's put you, because you're not too depleted, let's put you into forced march and see how far we can go. Get you way over here. Let's do it. High speed pivot, that's what we call it. We just get threats coming all over the place, don't we? Threats from all over the place. Okay, now what have we got going over here? What have we got left? I think that leaves us with a decision over here. Yes, I have to attack this turn with Sun Jian, or he will take attrition. And all of a sudden my advantage I'll start losing my advantage. The other option is just break off the siege and then come back to it. Maybe they won't have the same forces over there next time, a little weaker. Who knows? Or, since we already have Sun Quan coming over, I think what we'll do is let's take a look at this battle. Let's see if we can get in there with our leader Sun Jian. Let's see if we can crack this nut, see if it looks doable with one more turn under our belt. Okay, numbers-wise, we at least have superior forces now. That's a good thing. We have a battering ram, but they're figuring, the computer is, a valiant defeat with high casualties predicted on both sides. I think we're going to go ahead and go in and do the battle. I don't predict an easy battle, given this type of forces I'll be going up against. But if I can draw these guys, what I do have confidence is in the quality of my generals. So if we can face down his generals either one-on-one in battle or via duel, I'm going to feel a heck of a lot more confident. But the only one I'll probably hold out from battle, I'm thinking, is Lady Wu. Yeah, because you have some buffs that can help the lines as we try breaking through the wall. So I'll try to keep you out of the duels, keep you with the forces moving forward, and we'll work it that way. Let's get into the battle and start setting up. Okay, we have a little light rain falling. Let's take a look. Where did our sappers successfully break through? Oh, it's over here on the side, I see. We have this tower out also. Fire arrows available on nearby enemies. Oh, that must be... that talking about me when I hover over that? So let's see, we got one wall breach to go through. It's not on the typical corner that I'm used to so far in these playthroughs, or often on my own. So we may want to see about climbing the wall also to see if we can't take over the gatehouse to give me an extra opening to bring troops through, I'm thinking. We got a fire going over here. So fire damage, so that arrow tower is that still live? Is that what that's telling me? I don't know. It's red, so I have to assume that that tower, even though it's burning, is still able to threaten me. We'll keep our eye on that during the battle. But what we'll do is this. Let's bring our cavalry forces over this way. Poised right here outside the gates. to move in if and, well, let's not say if, when we take over the gatehouse section. We'll be able to bring in our cavalry and then give us some more options flanking wise, hopefully, to move around on the city map. And we will, let's make the swordsman here be, boom, right here. They're going to climb the walls if necessary to take on this gatehouse, depending on what forces he may have placed along these walls. We'll take a peek. As far as going through the breach, I don't know. I built the battering ram, but I don't know if I feel like I need to really use it this time. So let's just do this. Let's drop it. And let's get our breach teams over here. We'll bring these guys to also come through the gate once it's open, since they aren't the strongest of attackers. They're better at holding positions once I take them. And then we'll get our halberds lined up over here. They'll be my through the breach forces over here. We'll just kind of stack them up for the waves I will use. And what have we got left? Oh, we got medium archers also. So that'll be the force that will pound through. Weaken them with the halberds, and if necessary, the final push with my strongest medium axemen pounding through. Lady Wu, we're going to bring you right in the middle bit to help you, the buffs on these guys with their melee. And Huang Gai and Sun Jian, we want you right up front going forward to see about dueling and see if we have chances to duel. You never know. We got to hope that they are willing to duel. And Lady Wu, we will take you out of the duel picture. And at the same time, we will get our archers right here also. We will group them together. And they'll be the first to move forward along with our swordsman here. Okay, we'll just leave that battering ram unattended. We don't need it. I've decided we don't need it. Let's start the battle and see if I've made the right call. How have they set up? Wow. Way inside the city. Nothing on the walls. Let's get moving, guys. Let's get moving. Let's take those walls. While we don't have the resistance. Let's get my leaders inside the breach. Let's bring some support archers up into position in case they decide to realize what they've done and move forward. Let's move up fast and let's get moving, guys. Let's get moving. Feel comfortable, I think, bringing my spears up for when we do break through, since there doesn't seem to be a lot of threats forward. We got a lot of archers behind some barriers which don't seem to have a negative impact on us, but they're moving forward, so we got to get up here quick and we got to get up here fast. Doesn't want to duel. Out of range. Will anyone want to duel with my guys here? Ah, there we go. Let's do it. Let's take this guy out, Huang Gai. Their champion doesn't want to duel with me. They're moving their forces forward fast. I got to get my archers in place to shoot. Come on, come on. Power move. Let's take a look at my archers. Are they in place? Yes, they are. Let's move them farther forward. Since he's staying just out of archery range, let's move them in at speed. Okay, we are taking over the gatehouse. This is good news, good news. Let's get our halberds moving forward. We got some halberds this way. Let's send them up this way. Lady Wu, I think we're going to need your anti-buff services maybe on this side the most. Get the Axemen up to the gate and we'll see if we can get our spearmen in there fast. What do we have options now with the cavalry? Can we get them over here now that we own the gatehouse? No, they're not going through the front gates, but they're still getting inside. One guy is taking it to their general. That is a good thing. One more time. Can we do a power move kill? Come on, Huang Gai, let's finish it off here. Well, we don't have time to sit around. We got our guys weakening up front. Okay, we got the cavalry moving around. Let's get back on attention to them. Let's get them sweeping around so they can do some, hopefully, some damage against these archers that are killing us right now. We have swordsmen that have taken the gate and they're just sitting up there too. So let's bring them into the fray as quickly as we can. Lady Wu, let's get you forward, see if you can work a buff up front. We got another duel possibility. Let's see if Huang Gai can be one wild and crazy guy and take out two generals in one blow. Taking out two generals would definitely help us, that's for sure. Bring our cavalry in against their archers. See if we can help get rid of some of their back support. Jian, you are full strength. Let's put you into the fray to try to make a difference here. And we still have our medium axemen to bring up. Keep pushing against the archers, even though we have medium havoc cavalry, which is not the kind of matchup we want with our cavalry. But at least we're taking some of their archers out of the mix. Let's see if we can run up this way and get back focused on some archers. Okay, we fought through here. We just feel like with all these arrows flying, we are getting killed. We are getting killed. Time to bring up our medium axemen. Bust through here. Jian, what can you help out here? Come on through this way, guys. You're just getting held up at the barricade. And Huang Gai, double victory in one match. Way to go, Huang Gai. They've got to be feeling demoralized. Now up the middle. And let's help out our cavalry with back attacks on their cavalry. And let's see if we can still pull our cavalry out of there. Come on. Disengage with their heavy cavalry. You're outmatched, guys. You're outmatched. Break away, break away. See if Sun Jian can provide some assistance. My cavalry just does not want to disengage, do they? Just does not want to disengage. But now that I'm able to help on the back side here, maybe that'll help free them up so they can disengage. You're better off against the archers, guy, and you know it. Sun Jian, you help break up in there. And come on, you should be good against these archers. We're running out of gas a little bit over here, guys. Let's get help against the cavalry over here. Finally weakening here. Let's bring your expert buff up this way. I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. We just got to make it happen here, guys. And they finally folded. Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. It was a tough battle, but we had, fortunately, by gaining that gate early and having two ways in, even though I think my cavalry, when they came in, didn't go through the gate. They came around through the opening, but having them inside really helped take some of the pressure off those archers in the back. We were able to actually get them back there, at least when they were able to avoid the other cavalry. Close victory, close victory. I'll take a close victory anytime over a close defeat. So I'm feeling a little less threatened, even though we might not get there in time. I'm feeling, let's put it, I'm feeling a lot less threatened by that force coming down the north. 33 much needed heroism to keep us at max levels. We lost 1,200, which is way better than I expected. I expected to lose like a couple thousand, 2,500 on this kind of a battle, but somehow we came through. Fortunately, they decided to go for our duels. I think that played a big role in weakening them down, wearing them out, ruining the morale that they would have had those characters lived. And we got a promotion. Huang Gai, you deserve it. You deserve it. Let's take a quick look at what your promotion can bring us. We have reach, which increases campaign movement when you're commanding, which may not be bad. I may put you temporarily in command just so we can increase our movement to get back up against that northern incursion. Ooh, I like this. Charge resistance, though, as an ability with the troops when you're not dueling. Guerrilla deployment. I kind of like that too. I have a lot of choices on this one. But I think, unfortunately, what I need the most, I really am wanting Earthen Rampart, but I think just short-term improvement is the campaign movement range, and I think I'm going to do that. And I think then what I'm going to do, so I don't forget, is we're going to take a look at you and put you in command and become the commanding general to get us rapidly moving away. Wait now, we did not, are we in the city? Okay, we are in the city. We have the city of Badong. Let's quickly, with the money we have, do the repairs, because that will help the attitudes towards us. Yeah, we take that initial hit of faction support, devastation will go away. We'll still have some negative values hit us, but I don't think it'll not be enough by the time it disappears to drive our support down too far, even if we leave right away with our garrison bonus. So that's the plan. We will move them as soon as they are able to. Next turn we'll start moving them out. And we picked up some ancillaries, a defender's leather and a tax collector. We'll take a look at who we want to give those to here. In fact, what I'll probably do is end the playthrough or this episode at this particular time. I'll contemplate some of the options that we have with the ancillaries and make sure we got everybody moving in the right direction, and pick it up next turn. See if we can defend against the incursion from the north, and see if we can rattle Cao Cao by taking the Yangzhou toolmaker with our strong Sun Ce over here. Thank you all for watching. This is ZigZagZog signing off from hot and humid Western Kentucky.